Why would you want to take this examination once again?
Indian Administrative Service as the first choice, sir, because sir, of the different variety of domain that it is associated with. Like we get to work in different department, and previously also I worked as a deputy collector in the state of Bihar. So their experience, that experience I can better utilize in the Indian Administrative Services, sir.
But in your previous, you have opted for IPS then. Option दिए थे, you have given. Why did you give that option then last year?
Yes, sir.
Why did you opt for IPS? You have the choice not to opt for it.
Yes, sir.
How you want to get out of the IPS?
Yes, sir.
There is something contradictory in it. Last year you wanted it, you opted for it, you got into it. This year you want to get out of it.
Sir, I don't want to get out of it, sir. Last year I was not having any choice, sir. I was in state services, sir. So any of the services in the UPSC that gives a wide variety of exposure when we compare it to the states.
What's curious is that you have not mentioned about the Indian Foreign Service as an option number 2. You either get into IAS or you don't get it at all. Nothing else, isn't it? That's what is your clarity. I mean, well, I appreciate the clarity part.
Yes,
I'm still a little confused why you have not opted for foreign service.
Sir, because of my parents, sir, the family reason. They don't want that I go in the foreign country. They want me to stay in India, sir. That is why.
Acha, that's the only reason.
Yes.
You mean you discussed this with
Yes,
your parents? Okay. Good. Have they allotted you any cadre? Not yet.
Yes.
So what is the likelihood?
Sir, most probably, sir, Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan. Yes.
Okay. What was your rank last time?
Sir, 114th, sir.
114. Oh, 114 wouldn't have got you the IAS, isn't it? So you missed very narrowly in that case.
Yes, sir, by 8 marks.
About that. So what went wrong?
Sir, mains exam, sir, it could have been more better. Yes, sir.
Interview? Personality test?
Interview, sir, I got 179 last year, sir.
Okay.
Okay, you gave interview in Hindi or English?
English, sir. In English, I give in English.
So recently there was your entire penal code itself got changed. So all that we had ever known in the Indian penal code is no longer there.
Yes.
So now just give me one. What is the rationale for that? Why is that necessary in the first place?
Yes.
And number 2, if it was necessary, what were those most important and meaningful changes that have taken place through these amendments that they have brought in?
Yes, sir. First, the rationale behind enacting the 3 criminal major acts are new, sir. Firstly, that earlier it was based on the penal provision that is said that it was a Dand Sanhita. Now it is now changed to the Nyaya Sanhita. So that is one of the rationales, sir. And apart from that, the earlier crimes, the IPC, that was mainly to protect the colonial interest, like the theft, robbery, and the protecting the railways and the treasury system. So there the penal provisions are very harsh on that punishment and the crime act which we do on that property. But that is not the case currently, sir. So with changing times, sir, we are now the citizens of India, sir. So based on that, the Justice Sanhita has been enacted, sir.
While I understand this part that from Dand to Nyaya, this movement has taken place. But police are not in any case meant for justice, isn't it? Police are only just a process. Nyaya is in the hands of the judiciary. So how is this, only it's a game of semantics, or is there anything else beyond? I mean, I'm not able to comprehend as a citizen of the country.
Yes, sir. Sir, as a citizen, sir, first interaction with the criminal justice system generally happens at the police station, sir. And if the police, they only present the case at the trial in front of the judiciary, sir. So based on the Indian Evidences Act and the Criminal Procedure Code, sir, the people have to go through different stages of the criminal justice system, sir. In this context, sir, the role of the police is very important when we consider the delivery of justice as well as presentation of the case in the court, sir. So because of that reason, sir, I believe, sir,
it is still process, isn't it? Basically, process improvements have taken place.
Yes.
But why are they using the word Nyaya, in this whole thing?
Sir, because many of the penal provisions also that have changed, sir, like if the sedition crime that has been decriminalized, sir, and apart from that, sir, the crime against women and the minor that have increased. So, which is why it is called as a more proportionate to the crime that is done. That is more kind of a justice system. Apart from that, community services has also been introduced as one of the provisions, sir. So, which I feel, sir, is one of the novel features in this code, sir.
But in other countries, this community service is already embedded, isn't it, in their legal systems?
Sir, in other foreign countries, sir, community service is there, sir.
No, but are you satisfied? I mean, consider that you are not an IPS officer. You are just a citizen of this country. Are you really satisfied with what all has happened in the name of this Nyay versus Dand? As a police officer, tell me otherwise. Forget about the other part.
The police officers, they have got more discretion with respect to the recent changes, like the time for police custody that has increased, so they can improve their case and increase the conviction rate, which is one of the problems and in the criminal justice system, sir.
पुलिस को discretionary आपने use किया है, you the lot of discretionary authority है. Give examples, 2-3 कहाँ है, where are the discretionary authority exercised given to police?
In the arresting the people when the cognizable offences they are there, sir. So if in cognizable offences we are bound to register FIR, but we have to arrest the person or not, that depends upon the police. That in the cognizable offence it is depend upon the police whether he want to arrest the accused or not. So there one discretion I feel, sir. And in the recent changes also the time for police custody that has increased. So it gives more a lot of discretion that how the police has to handle the victim or the accused. So in this context, they have increased their discretion for the police, sir.
Yeah, just one, sorry for interrupting, but I just need to ask you this question. So most of these arrest provisions and bail provisions, etc., they lead to a lot of corruption also, isn't it? You have any thoughts on how to minimize corruption levels in the police? Or you think that there is no corruption at all in the police?
There is corruption, sir, at the lower level especially, sir. With regard to the bail provision, sir, it is the sections are defined, but generally the police and the people who are there who have to give the bail, sir, they put conditions on the bail, which is why many of the conditions they cannot be met by majority of the section, and they keep languishing in the jails. That has increased the under trials in the jails also, sir. So I believe, sir, that is something which the senior officers as well as the ministry has to think, that what are the bail provisions, and judiciary has to think on which grounds it would give the bail, and what are the conditions that can be minimized so that bail becomes a norm in many of the minor cases and not in the major cases, sir.
So the general theory about police corruption is more the discretion to a police officer, more is the corruption in the police system. That is the general theory that is circulating around. How do you agree with that view, or?
No, sir, I do not fully agree with this, sir, because at the ground level, sir, the police, they work for around more than 12 hours to 15 hours, sir. They work round the clock. Means the job is 24/7. Sir, in these harsh circumstances and dealing with the bad elements of the society, sir, they do require some amount of discretion, which has to be controlled also by the senior level officers which are present in the police, as well as, sir, the training mechanisms and the various different processes can be incorporated during their refresher courses, so that they are able to handle the pressure as well as how they have to handle the criminals and the victims at appropriate level. Like for the crime against minor child in the POSCO Act, how we have to deal with the victim. So these things, the training can be incorporated, so that discretion they have, but they can utilize in a more positive manner, sir.
Regarding the training part, you are also going through the training in the general accent is on the physical part and a bit outdoor, that is, and a little less on the intellectual part, isn't it, in the way our police training is designed across the country?
Sir, in coming particularly to the Indian Police Services training, sir, we have a lot amount of physical as well as the indoor classes are also there. 5 hours around indoor and 5 to 6 hours outdoor. It is a balance, and moreover the marks allotted to the indoor subjects, that is around more than double for the indoor. So the focus of the candidate who is undergoing training, that automatically is there in the indoor classes, that if I score, there is more probability of scoring in indoor classes. So naturally he has alignment for the indoor classes, and the interactive sessions that we have, like case study based approach, and the different calling the different dignitaries from the services from all over the country, sir. That also enhances, and we like our indoor classes, sir. And for the outdoors, sir, we do require, because of the tough circumstances in which the police have to work around the clock, sir. So that physical fitness is it.
So you are satisfied with the balance. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yes, sir.
You're satisfied with the balance
Yes.
for the Indian Police Service. But can you say the same thing for the non-IPS officers?
Yes, sir. Sir, for the non-IPS officers, sir, exact the training module I have not seen, sir. But as far as I can suggest improvement, that they do require improvement with respect to the soft skills which they have to incorporate while handling at the police station. But sir, they have to deal with the bad elements of society also. So I believe, sir, in this context, sir, they should be given some amount of discretion, and some checks and balances can be established at the training academy also, that how in which context and which areas they have to specialize also. Some police, they specialize in law and order, some personnel, they are more good at investigation. So that also needs to be looked into, so that their career progression.
One last question. What is your opinion about torture?
Yes, sir. Sir, about the torture, sir, currently it is banned under the international convention to which India is also convention against torture, sir. So in this context, sir, I believe that there should not be the use of torture, sir, or there should be minimal as far as it is possible. Ideal case is there should not be any torture, sir. And
No, but what is your case? I'm not talking about the ideal. Ideal everybody knows, but what is the reality?
So reality, sir, there have been instances with regard to torture and custodial death, sir. It is a reality, sir.
Tomorrow you will be the senior superintendent of police in, say, Indore. There are cases of this kind. What do you do?
Sir, I will go by the rules which are laid down, that which is that the custodial death in that magisterial inquiry.
It may not be always death also. It may be, even slapping is also torture.
So I'll try to provide training to the personnel which are situated at the police station, and I will try to give them a leadership, so that if the superintendent of police doesn't want that torture, then generally the lower police officials, they are bound to follow. Means they work as per the SSP order and his body language and his setup, sir.
You have to be convinced.
Yes, sir.
Then the whole system down below is convinced.
Yes, sir.
That is how it works.
Yes, sir.
Police,
Yes.
especially.
Yes, sir.
Manish, honestly, you got the opportunity to get into All India service. You're already an All India service officer. Why should you be considered for IAS? What is so great in you? Give me 3 reasons. Why are you consider yourself as better suited to Indian administrative service than police?
Sir, specifically with regard to me, sir, I think I have to learn a lot with regard to coming in the services training and all. But I've worked in private sector also, sir. Initially, I worked in Bosch company, as well as I worked at the lower level, at the clerk level also in the railways. And I've also worked as a DCLR and subdivisional magistrate in Bihar also. And currently, working as a Indian Police Service officer trainee, sir. So I have a lot of experiences in this context, sir, I have gained over the period, sir. I have to learn more, but whatever I have experienced, I can utilize for dealing with the different departments, as well as interacting with our police. So that in this context, sir, I feel that
I asked it for 3 reasons. आपने एक ही दिया है, or I have to wait for 2 more? This is one or wholesome answer?
Sir, secondly, sir, is the time management, because I've throughout the interview and the UPSC preparation, I've worked while in the job only. So better time management and micromanagement of the things, that is something second, sir. And thirdly, sir, the hard work which I have tried to put throughout the process, sir. So this time management, hard work, and the experiences which I have.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced of your answer. You have to convince me that you are better suited for IAS than IPS. Because the resources are at stake.
Yes, sir.
How do you justify that? Yes, give me IAS. Board को convince करना है आपने. I'm not convinced.
Means whatever experiences, this is what I have, sir. The experiences and hard work and time management, this is what I have. I will try to do my best, sir.
Okay. You worked as a deputy, what is that? Deputy collector, Bihar में. So, Bihar your home state?
Yes, sir.
Okay. अपने cadre allocation में you opted for no to get into IAS. क्यों?
Because I have opted for Jharkhand as the first choice with regard to cadre allocation, sir. Sir, because my parents, sir, they live in Jamshedpur, Jharkhand, sir. So because of that.
So for you, it's a family matters. You are a very good family man. That is your core personality, right? So you want to be with your family. IAS में जाना है, झारखंड में जाना है.
Sir, the cadre policy, sir, it is like that we have to choose. If we go by the outsider quota, then there is a more probability of getting Jharkhand, sir. And because of family reasons, majorly.
It's basically like you matter actually. Mera everything is. You are very selfish. You appear to me very selfish.
For the family, sir, I have tried to, because I can work in Bihar and Jharkhand, sir. They have a similar cultural setting, sir.
As far as my knowledge goes, Bihar was one of the best administered state cadres in India. Do you agree?
There are many opportunities by which I can serve the state of Bihar even after getting the other cadres also, sir.
You opted for zero, no? Bihar zero de diya aapne.
Yes, sir.
Means what? You are not interested to serve in the best administered states in India. Why?
Sir, it was more of a kind of a lean.
Is it still the best administered state in India?
Sir, there are many challenges, sir. Currently, it is not the best.
Be specific. Why it is rated in one of the states as a Bimaru state? If it is the best administered states in India, why it is categorized as one of the Bimaru states?
Sir, because of the challenges of corruption which are there at the lower level, especially in the governance system, sir.
Be specific. Corruption IAS में, IPS में या district collector में, deputy collector में कहाँ है?
Sir, generally at the block level and the Anchal level, which are there.
Collector level, chief secretary level, DGP level पे नहीं है corruption.
Sir, I am not saying that it is completely gone at that level, but generally the people, they day-to-day interact with the block development officer. The more people are affected with the corruption at the block level and the Anchal level corruption, sir. And there the basic facilities, they are denied, so they don't have an opportunity to progress on their own, sir.
Our DOPT minister,
yes,
on the floor of the parliament, informed that 13 IAS officers prosecution sanction were given because of the corruption. In Madhya Pradesh cadre, 3 IAS officers were checked out of the service. 3 IPS officers are facing trial. So you mean to say the corruption is only at the subordinate level? That was when Sir asked about the corruption, subordinates में है, higher level पे नहीं है.
Sir, it is not I'm not saying that fully at the upper level there is no corruption, but that is more, the people are more affected by the lower level corruption at the block and Anchal level. At the higher level, sir, it is more of a kind of a collusive corruption, and at the lower level it is more coercive in nature. They are extracting directly from the public, sir.
Please.
So Manish, you are from Jamshedpur.
Yes, sir.
And when we hear Jamshedpur, we think about steel plant, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me how Jamshedpur steel plant is different from other steel plants of India. Tell me 3 main differences or uniqueness of Jamshedpur steel plant.
Sir, first of its legacy, that it was the first iron and steel plant which was established in India, sir. And apart from that, sir, the process of making steel is almost the same as the other steel plant in the country, but there the corporate social responsibility part that is more when it comes to steel plant, because not only they are catering to the steel industry, but also the whole urban city, they are kind of governing the urban city with the help of town planning division that is there in Tata Steel, sir. So it is a public-private partnership example when it comes to governance at the city level, sir. And lastly, sir, because of the greenery that is situated is also called as the green city and one of the cleanest city in the Swachh Bharat Sarvekshan that is there. So
Because of steel plant?
because of the efforts taken by the company in order to compensate for the industries they have put and the pollution levels, sir, they have put greenery all across there. And recently e-clinic was also established, the electronic waste clinic was also established, sir.
Okay, Manish, specifically I want to know the difference in Jharkhand iron ore compared to other iron ores of India. Or any reason why Jamshedpur is selected to establish steel plant by what you said, Tatas?
Yes, sir. Sir, it is based on the Weber industrial location theory, that is there, that near to the water sources like Swanrekha river is there, which is flowing near to the city, sir. And the iron ore that is taken from the mines like Gua and now Mundi, which is situated near to the city, as well as the coal is coming from Jharia and Raniganj, which is there. So a kind of a triangle that is made that is satisfies the Weber principles. And the marketing location that is also very near, like port of Kolkata, and they can be exported to outside, as well as import can also be there, like from Dhamra port and Paradip port, which is there in Odisha. So because of such a prime location, it was selected as the Tata Iron and Steel Company, sir.
Okay. So Manish, coming to the Naxal problem, every state has, along with the central government measures, every state has developed its own unique measure to address the Naxal issue. Tell me two unique measures developed by Jharkhand state to solve the Naxal problem, which are specific to the state government.
Sir, for specific on the security front, because it's a multifaceted issue, sir, Naxalism, I believe, sir. On the security front, Jharkhand government has established a dedicated force, Cobra Battalion, which caters to the Naxal operations in the state of Jharkhand, sir. And in the development side also, they have provided various guarantees of social security at the lower level, like providing patta to the tribal population and securing their tribal rights and the forest rights, sir. So in these ways, sir, they are reducing the issue of Jal, Jungle and Jameen that is at the roots of the Naxal problem, sir. So these are the two major initiatives.
Which are unique to Jharkhand, according to you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Sir, the other states are also established, like Greyhound in Telangana is there, that is specific dedicated.
That's unique to Jharkhand, according to you, am I right?
Sir, yes, sir, I believe whatever I have learned, sir, I believe.
You stayed in Jharkhand and Bihar, so you studied in Karnataka. Now in Hyderabad, what cultural changes you saw? What cultural changes between different cities?
In Karnataka specifically, one of the changes that they are, if we speak in Hindi speaking population are also there, so the communication gap is not so much. In Hyderabad also, we are able to interact with the common people, so that communication gap is not there in Hyderabad and Karnataka, which I have seen. And here the infrastructure is very enormous and massive, and it is very easy, for ease of living is very much when we compare it to here. Whereas in the state like Bihar and Jharkhand, sir, the day-to-day activities, ease of traveling, living, that is a bit of challenging because of the issues like governance. The water, if we are not getting water on proper time, or the roads, the district road to the block level and the village level roads, they take a lot of time, and the frequency of the bus services, that is very less. Whereas in here I have seen that in majority of the places they are well connected to the city center and the metropolitan region, sir.
Taken part in street plays, right?
Yes, sir.
So these played a very important role in the past, and slowly they have lost relevance.
Yes, sir.
So what measures could you suggest that they could be brought back into relevance? Or why they lost their relevance?
The street play, sir, it was basically it was free of service because no paid ad audience was there, sir. And with the coming of the things like TV, then currently we are having Netflix and all, the people, they are not moving out of their place, they are in their zone of comfort in the home only. So sir, this is one of the reasons, so that the people are less visiting the theaters as well as the street plays that are also declined, because the demand is not there, and the audience, they are also majorly restricted in their homes and the TVs and the Netflix, sir.
Still maintains it.
Yes, sir.
The West has a very good culture of still maintaining those plays, street plays and everything.
Yes.
They have that.
In India also, sir, many of the corporates also, they have incorporated the street plays in the malls. There is a street play with regard to a specific location. The people who come to visit the malls, there also the street plays are in the traffic parking is there, or and in the villages also still the street play is one of the, it is called Nukkad Natak, and there also it is one of the major ways through which social campaigns like Swachh Bharat Mission and all that is displayed through this street play, sir.